but if they're up there, they're up there for a reason. And so let's try to actually knock them out. Some of it's going to have to deal with us. I know Diane Norris reached out to a lot of the principals of the schools. It would probably help, though, if we maybe got something from them, not only in specifics, but maybe in writing. I don't know if they would go so far as to do that, but when they said when certain schools said they wanted, I think it'd be expense items. So, for example, I have not been able to put all the educational things on there yet, but purchase laptops for PS76 is number 14 on our expense request. Well, how many laptops? For what classes? What classrooms? What's the specific need? Right? It would be very helpful to have that information in place. So it's under expense. If you go to the first page, you'll see there's three tabs. First is capital, expense, and continued. I did ask Dr. Child's request, or since we're talking about how to change this form, I did ask to make it a little bit clearer in terms of what this is. So the expense tab is going to be kind of highlighted or circled a bit. That's expense. So it'd be number 14 under expense, PS76. Unfortunately, a lot of the education requests, they're not specific enough that are probably going to produce much results, in my experience.
Oh, okay. Well, it's not on here, it's on the website. Is that what you're saying?
Because we don't
No.
see anything
What-
about
what-
the computers here.
The expense one, it's blank on the very back, stable. There are 3 documents that should have been handed out. I couldn't put stuff in your packets because I was too busy trying to complete them all. Still. So do you have the print back? The back page is blank.
No, we don't have the expense.
So
We don't have the expense.
does anybody have a stack of these and didn't pass them around?
I thought maybe, you know.
No, it's the back. It's blank on the back. That one actually won't mind.
We're looking and looking.
Tom's handing them out right now. You have them, Tom, expense?
Yeah, he has to show up.
All right.
Let's move on.
Do you see it now, Andrea?
Oh, education.
Number 14. Really not much detail there, because that's really all I got.
No, it's not. No, it's not. It's not.
So, once again, I'm not sure if you're ready to vote on this. I'm just really taking the committee request and adding the new ones on the old ones. So it'll be the deadline's Monday, but a lot of the committee boards are pushing for a later date. You want to make a motion? Dr. Bell, maybe? I don't know. Thank you.
I make a motion, we accept the budget priorities since they have to be in by Monday. Second. Any discussion? All in favor? Opposed? Abstentions?
Andrew,
One abstention.
anyone else? Thank you. Arlene? Abstain. So 2 abstentions. All right, so we'll move on to 3 joint tail lines. 4? Pat, so joint tail lines and Pat Charles. That's it. Tony Signorelli, so 5. So we want the names for the tape, all right? So we got Arlene already. Who's now? All right. Okay, economic development, Dominic Shiano.
Yeah, we had 2 places come up for us. The first one was Nana's Kitchen. It's a new liquor license, and
Where's that?
they didn't mark it down here, but I'm pretty sure it's, matter of fact, I'm sure it's wine, beer, and cider only. It's not a full liquor license. The address is 1809 Hone Avenue. Was a hamburger joint before, and precinct did not have a problem with it. And I'd like to make a motion that we send a letter of no objection to wine, beer, and cider license. Any discussion?
I second it.
No discussion. All those in favor? Any opposition? Any abstentions? Carries unanimous. The second place was J.R. Primos Restaurant Corporation, 698 Allerton Avenue. Now, this is sort of like the back part of a bar on White Plains Road, which already has a liquor license. They look to extend it and serve liquor in the other place. The proprietor did not show up. No other people showed to represent it. Precinct had a big problem with it, which I mentioned before. The entire committee was totally against it. I would like to make a motion that we send a letter of objection. Any discussion? All those in favor? Any opposition? Any abstention? Joe Thompson. That's it.
Thank you, Dan. Al D'Angelo, leadership.
Leadership Committee met to okay the calendar and the agenda.
Thank you, Al. Education, Diane and Linda cannot be here tonight. I did send out an email to the full board at at Diane's request, actually the committee, the education committee's request. We are looking to take applications for the Yankee Awards. They got to us a little late, but they got to us. So the deadline is our deadline is November 7th. We're gonna want a resume. It's sent out to the civic associations. That's how Linda's wanted it in the past, and Diane kept with it. So if you have a kid you like nominated, please go to the organizations: Pelham Parkway Neighborhood Association, Morrison Park Community Association, Van Ness Neighborhood Alliance, Jewish Community Council, Pelham Parkway, 49 Precinct Explorers, etc., etc. You should have gotten an email. If you didn't, I'll make sure you get a hard copy. Good. So, Health and Social Services, Joe Picoult.
Jeremy,
Yes.
good evening. The Health and Social Service Committee did not meet in October. Our next meeting is November 15th.
And we're trying to, there's a group home that's looking to come into Van Ness. I'm going to ask that they come to your meeting. I did speak to Joanne, who is representing you at the leadership committee meeting. She was okay with that. If you're okay with that,
Yes.
go ahead with that. And Housing Committee, Janice Walcott.
Janice not here. Oh, there she
Janice
is.
here?
Yeah.
Good evening. The Housing Committee met, only 2 members were present, myself and Pat Charles.
Wow.
Those people that are on the board, I know, one of our members was excused, but those members that are on the board, Housing Committee need to come, okay? Thank you.
Joe McManus, Land Use.
Mr. Chairman, my minutes have been distributed, and I move that the minutes be accepted by the community board.
Motion to accept Land Use Committee minutes, seconded by Al D'Angelo. Any discussion? David Levitt?
The commute, I have the mic.
Mike, please.
The community board in full doesn't approve the minutes of a committee. The committee approves their own minutes.
I'm asking it to be approved. If it's against it, let the chairman rule on it.
When has the community board ever approved the committee's minutes?
Okay, I'm gonna, Joe, the consensus is that we never did this job, Joe, so no reason for Your minutes are pretty good, Joe.
So you're not accepting the motion, then? That's what you're telling me?
Yes.
Okay.
No need for a motion is what they're saying.
It's a point out of order, they said, Joe.
Did you want to talk about your meeting last night, though, or you wanted me to send a letter?
No, I don't want to do anything, okay? Let the board do it.
Thank you, Joe. Parks and Recreation, Arlene Drayton.
Hi. Good evening. Our last meeting was October 5th, and we had a presentation from our Parks Department on the Van Nest flagpole. They gave us an update on the design that was submitted. And the rest of the details are in the minutes. We will not be meeting in November. We don't have any outstanding issues, so there's no need to meet. I was going to say something and it just left me. I'm in contact with Iris Rodriguez. I sent an email because there's some issues with the Pelham Parkway construction that still needs to be updated. So as soon as I hear from her, I'll advise the committee members of it.
Keith Ramsey, Mike number 2 or 3.
Jeremy, what it is last Tuesday, I met with Iris Rodriguez at her office. There's going to be a follow-up meeting. If you look at the minutes, it states that there's a question about some money that was allocated to the East Chester Playground. And it's right, I remember, Edith and them were very nice about this. I didn't actually remember that that's what they did, but it's true. We would like to find out exactly where those funds went.
Where'd they go?
In addition to that, I meet with King's office next week. I would like somebody from this board to attend because I want to straighten all this out. I don't want anything to slip by the wayside because it's very important. So I'm letting you know, I'll call you tomorrow and let you know what date it is for King's office. But Iris's office is setting up a follow-up meeting with me about the issues that in that East Chester playground. So I just want that on record.
When?
Well, Iris's office is setting that up. She set that up last week. She's going to give me the date. I'll let you know. And the thing with King's office, that's next Wednesday. But I'll call you tomorrow, okay?
Okay. Thank you. Good?
Arlene, did the Parks Department ever get back to you with the minutes from September?
Still waiting. That's what I'm talking about.
Again, I think we should just pull our remembrance of what went on because in 6 months, somebody's gonna ask a question and there's not gonna be any minutes that we even had a meeting.
Yeah, that's why I reached out to Iris because I went through Michelle and everyone else and there was no response. Usually when I reach out to Iris, I get an answer.
Joanne Rubino, question?
Hi, I just wanted to bring out that a couple weeks ago, I spoke with Iris myself about there was supposed to be 41 trees that were proposed to be taken down as part of the North Project.
What?
North Project. And
Again?
I'm crazy with that. I don't care for that at all. So I discussed it with her and she said it was part of the DVC. That they thought that these trees should be taken down. Where exactly they would be taken down, I wasn't sure, but Iris assured me that this is not something the Parks wants, and they're negotiating just like they negotiated when they wanted to take down the 80 trees or 100 trees or whatever it was on the south side. So we'll just keep an eye on that.
So in terms of that, there was a meeting yesterday at the Community Board office with John, Iris, Connie Moran, as well as some of the Preservation Alliance people, at least Joe Menta and Dr. Zulch. I'm not sure about Dave Green, but I know that Mr. Zulch, I'm not sure about Joe Menta, but Mr. Zulch left very satisfied with the outcome of the meeting. And then, the Botanical Garden left those bags down, or they left, I don't know what they left, but if you want to take something before you leave, please go ahead for the leaf collection. Public Safety, Mark Morris.
So we met on October 19th, and we had Police Officer Tyrone Medeiros with us, the crime prevention officer. So he's saying that car break-ins are still a problem in the area, and he's letting us know that when you use those keys, the remote locks, if you do it multiple times, it changes the code every time. So that there's people that can go around and they can get the first code and open the door. So he says that, you know, it's not a big problem, like there's problem, you know, people just checking the doors is a problem, so lock things, and if they see something, they'll break into it. He was saying that although burglaries are down for the year, Morris Park area attracts burglars because people own homes here. And he was saying that what you should install in your houses instead of a motion sensor, which gives a lot of false positives, and police consider them low priority, is that you should have what's called audible glass break sensors. So you can walk all around your house, but the minute glass breaks, then the police will respond because then they know it's a high priority call. And then we kind of, in the minutes, we lost some of it, but it's still online. And the other thing that we're talking about that's not in the minutes was the break-ins into the mailboxes. That's still continuing in this area. And what they're after is when you have a cashier's check, any type of check that goes into the mail, there's a chemical wash that they put over and then they put their new information on it. He was advising businesses to use these gel pens. I think it's called, what is it? Yeah, Uniball 201 or something like that. 207. It's in the actual minutes, so that if you are going to do that. And then in terms of new business, actually, I thought that Joe Thompson brought up a really good point about public safety being not just police, and we were discussing things that we would like to refer to other committees. Like, for instance, on Brady and Wallace, there's kind of what's a little unsafe condition where you got to actually nose into oncoming traffic to see if anyone's coming.
Yeah.
But things like that, you know. So what we're going to hope to do in the coming months as we meet is to start referring things out to other committees and to do a more holistic approach.
Excellent.
And so, in terms of the post office, I know our chairman had me reach out to them regarding a couple locations where there was that glue or that sticky stuff, and they were going to look at it in terms of removing it, but maybe we can see about getting someone to come and speak at one of your public safety committee meetings.
Yeah, and they were saying that if you just take it to the post office, if you have something of value that can be washed, don't put it, just take it to the post office.
You know, with the deal with that, it happened to me twice already. When you go to the mailbox, put it in there, you have a habit, you throw it in and walk away. Don't walk away. See if it goes in. Because they get stuck, you know. I saved myself 3 times already.
This is a borough-wide issue, and we've been talking about it and getting some information at the office. And one of the things that you may be seeing is, at least in Ward 10, they've been removing some of these mailboxes for some modifications. And one of the things that they are doing is that they're sealing the actual opening and then putting a slot in the middle of the opening so that you can put your mail in, and it will prevent the phishing because there's not as much room to get something out. So if you see some of your mailboxes disappear, they are going in for some modification. And as was said, the safest thing to do, especially if you're doing a money order or a certified check or something, is to put it into the mailbox inside the post office.
And, Shannon?
Yeah, last year when we spoke to Crowley's office, he had people from the post office come over there. And the bottom line is they were supposed to be getting, when you open the door, on the inside of the door, they were supposed to have something like the fingers of a rake. So in other words, the letters go down, but if they try to fish it out with like glue traps and, you know, fishing line or something like that, it comes up through those things and it doesn't come out. But I haven't seen any of that yet.
Actually, Dom, they do have them because they have them in Brooklyn. So if they have them in Brooklyn, why can't we have them in the Bronx?
2017, 2027.
Andrew?
The other night at the 49th Precinct Council meeting, Joe had representatives from 1PP, from the detective squads, again reiterating that under no circumstances should you put your mail on the street, especially after the 4 o'clock cutoff time. Bring it to the post office or especially in the post office. And for those of you who are unaware, the 49th Precinct does have their own plan. If you call them, they will
They'll pick
literally
it up.
come to your house and pick up your mail and bring it to the post office.
Mhm. Yep. Yes, see, we knew that.
All right, so sanitation, Tony Signorelli?
In my leg?
Good evening. This is regarding October 13th minutes. We had Iggy Taganova, Sanitation Department. To discuss the budget priorities, which we would need to meet after this. Jeremy, if it's okay, to discuss the budget.
Yeah, I still have to go through sanitation.
Okay. Also, there's some typos. We have excused Tony Sigonelli out, but he ordered the meeting. He was excused for that day, so he should be taken off for calling the meeting to order.
Yep.
Okay, and also Arlene took the minutes.
Any correction to your minutes, we can speak about offline. It's like David said, it's something we don't have to discuss at the full board. Okay.
That's it.
And so, Joanne, actually, I'm sorry, Joanne Rubino, you reminded me of something else that, with the tree stuff.
Yeah.
I tried to get a meeting with the Parks Committee, with forestry, in terms of their pruning cycle, as well as with their determination on how they take trees out. They didn't want to do that, but they wanted to come to a borough service cabinet meeting, which is basically me and all the district managers. If that does come to fruition, I can let you know. And you could probably attend, because it is a public meeting, I believe. So you could attend. I'll let you know about that. If anybody's interested, it's a borough service cabinet meeting. It's generally down at the DA's office. I go once a month. Tony goes separately for a borough board meeting. And they have, it's like your committee meetings, except for it's with all the community boards, whether it's one is DMs and the one is chair people.
Oh, okay.
So there's no one from transportation. They are meeting Monday. They're not going to have a meeting in November.
Jeremy, make sure that people know that the transportation department is going to make a presentation in reference to Gun Hill Road. So please show up.
And probably just as important is that, remember, this meeting was scheduled on a holiday. It has since been moved from that holiday to accommodate people of the Jewish faith. Anyone have any old business? Start with Andrew Siegel. Mike?
I have both old business and new business. Any information on the wall on Peyton Pelham Parkway South?
No, it's a really good question. Steve did reach out to me. I did tell him what they told me, and he never got back.
And you never followed up?
I did email him.
Not him, but whoever we should be contacting besides 311.
I will let me speak to Steve.
What does Stephen have to do? Stephen just lodged a complaint. What goes on after the complaint?
So, well, first of all, is the response justified? Have you seen the response? Probably not. I can send it to you, though.
I just want to know if anything's been done. Is the wall been fixed?
As far as I-
going to be fixed, or?
As far as I know, when's the last time you saw it? They told me it was fixed.
Okay.
I sent it to Steven. He didn't respond. So I assume, I don't know. Kenny, do you know? Okay. All right. I'll follow up then.
And I have new business, may I?
Well, can we finish old business first? Is this old business, Rabbi?
About transportation, I'm trying to know.
So, old business, new business? Okay. Microphone?
Okay, so in regard to transportation, I guess all the elected officials people should hear this. We have some new design now on Pelham Parkway and White Plains Road. We have traffic agents standing and doing nothing in front of 3 transportation traffic cars. I've seen that 3 days already, and they're just looking. They're just looking around. I don't know if they're looking for pigeons. I don't know what they're looking for, but they're just looking, Jeremy. And I know Mr. Jimmy once worked very hard on getting traffic agents to direct traffic there, But these guys are just standing there, and I have no idea what they're doing.
So let's speak after the meeting about specific locations. We can speak to Chris, or if you want to, more importantly, send us something in writing so we can...
I wish I knew how to take a picture with my phone.
Well, let's talk it to me. Thank you. Any other old business? New business, Andrew Siegel?
No, I'm gonna take it up for you personally.
All right, thank you.
Jeremy, on the new business, did you report that Cleveland Avenue street issue?
That, I would say that's under old business because
No, it's new. I gave it to you 3 days.
Yes, 3 days ago, and I brought up during my district service cabinet meeting. The DOT wants the reference number for the 311 call we made. I know, unfortunately, our volunteer Andrew who did that is out, but as soon as I get that, I will give it to them. It's still an issue I take it. No, we definitely reported it though. So, Veronica Castro?
I just want to make a suggestion. If Barnes & Nobles hasn't found a new location yet, Allerton has a huge 10,000 square foot location on Barnes and Allerton. They'd be more than welcome to come join us over there if they still need a location, if they're interested.
Could you reach out to BODC?
That's what I was thinking.
Tell them.
I'll tell
Hook up with Tom then, please?
Yes.
Any other old business?
Why
So,
not?
anybody want to make Ruth Burko? A microphone, please.
Good evening, everybody. I have a little bit of announcement. It's not planning board business, it's my personal business. I thought I'd like everybody to know that I am now planning to retire after 50 years as a city marshal. And
Oh, wow.
I'm going to do it as of the end of this year. I'd like you all to know that. And I'm very grateful.
Enjoy it, Wilfie. Enjoy it to your health.
Thank you. I know I've tried to be helpful to everybody and anybody whenever possible, planning board particularly. So thank you for all your friendship, but I'm still a planning board member and hope to continue. Thank you all.
Ruth, thank you for your service, Ruth. Now, could I have your gun? No, all right. Motion to adjourn.
I'm not through with that yet.
Second by Frano. All those in favor? Aye. Meeting adjourned.